welcome back to my Mexican kitchen here in Switzerland. The recipe for today is one that most of you probably know, especially if you like eating fried chicken or baked chicken. It's the typical side dish that if you go either to Kentucky or Popeyes or any of these chicken places, you're going to get the option. Do you want mashed potatoes? Do you want coleslaw? Do you want corn? So I thought I would teach you guys how to make coleslaw, which is super easy. It's very cheap. It's honestly better than the ones you've had at any restaurant of these fast food places, I mean. And it is really a simple recipe that you can have made in just a few minutes. Okay, so let's start preparing this yummy salad. The ingredients you need to prepare your coleslaw are 1 cup of mayo, 4 tablespoons of white sugar, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cabbage, 2 carrots. Okay, so just before we get started, if you have a food processor, use it. It's going to make everything so much faster and easier. But if you don't fret. You can also do this by hand. Like I mentioned, it's a coleslaw, so you need your cabbage. You just have to cut it up into super small pieces so that you can process it even better. If you're going to do it by hand, just chop it up with your knife as best as you can, as finely as you can. And with the carrots, also cut them up in pieces, throw them in here. The machine will do all the work. If you don't have a food processor, just use a grater, the finest one you can have. You can get these really cheap in dollar stores if you live in the US. In other places, they're also really cheap in supermarkets. And with this, you can grate your carrot really fine. And don't fret if you don't chop everything beautiful and perfect, because in the end, the secret is always the sauce, which we'll prepare after our chopping. Okay, so we're done chopping up, processing our cabbage and our carrots. As you saw, you can do it both by hand or with your food processor. There's no need to make this a complicated recipe if you don't have a food processor. Just use your knife. And well, the next step is making the sauce for the coleslaw. So all you have to do is put your mayonnaise in a bowl, and there you're going to add the sugar, the salt, the pepper, the vinegar, and the lemon juice. You have to mix in well so it's a nice smooth sauce. Once you've mixed that, you're going to pour it over your coleslaw, and you're going to also mix so that all the cabbage and the carrot absorb this yummy sauce. Okay, so we are done making our super easy, super fast, super cheap coleslaw. I mean, sometimes when we go to restaurants, it's you know it's easy, it's a salad, but it's always the secret is in the dressing and the amount of ingredients that are put to make the dressing. And of course, this is super simple and it really is cheap ingredients. Just as a pointer, coleslaw isn't nice, at least not so nice if you eat it immediately. You have to let it really marinate for a few hours so that all the flavors of the sauce really soak into the cabbage and the carrot. So I recommend at least 4 hours. In our case, we're having Kentucky style fried chicken tomorrow for lunch. So I make this today, and it's going to be in my fridge for until tomorrow, so that's a lot of hours, but it's going to be super yummy. It's really going to have all those flavors absorbed in there. And just as a few variations, if you guys want to make it slightly different, if you don't have white vinegar at home, but you maybe made the pickled carrot recipe that I showed you guys in one of my past videos, you can use that vinegar, and it is so delicious. Or maybe you have jalapenos in cans, and those also come in vinegar. You can use that vinegar, also super yummy. Or if you don't have, let's say you have a black garlic mayo at home instead of just regular mayo, use that. It's also going to be super yummy. There's a lot of variations one can do to this simple recipe to make it really good. But well, as you saw, it's really easy to make at home. I hope you guys enjoy the recipe and prepare it, and you can leave comments if you like it or if you have any suggestions, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next video.